1986. Larry Bird completely owned the season and walked away with the MVP. He averaged 25.8 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 6.8 assists, while also grabbing 2 steals every night. His scoring came on nearly 50% from the field and over 42% from deep, and he barely missed at the line with almost 90%. Boston finished with 67 wins and just 15 losses, including a ridiculous 41 record at home. Bird got 73 of the 78 first-place votes and ended up with 732 total. Dominique Wilkins finished second in the race while leading the league in scoring, and Magic Johnson came in third while dishing out more assists than anyone. Bird also won Finals MVP after the Celtics beat the Rockets 4-2, took home the three-point shootout crown, and joined an elite group by winning his third straight MVP. 1987. Magic Johnson finally broke through and ended Larry Bird's MVP streak. He averaged a career-high 23.9 points while leading the entire league in assists with 12.2 a game. He added 6.3 rebounds, shot over 52% from the field, and hit nearly 85% of his free throws. He also swiped 1.7 steals and added a block every other game. The Lakers finished with 65 wins and 17 losses, the best record that season. Magic grabbed 65 of the 78 first-place votes and totaled 733 points. Michael Jordan led the league in scoring and finished second with 10 first-place votes, while Bird came in third. Magic wasn't done either. He took home Finals MVP again after the Lakers beat Boston 4-2. He also became the first guard since Oscar Robertson in 1964 to win the MVP award. 1988. Michael Jordan dominated both ends of the court and finally claimed the MVP. He led the league in scoring with 35 points a game, while also putting up 5.5 rebounds and nearly 6 assists. Defensively, he was a nightmare, grabbing 3.2 steals and swatting 1.6 shots every night. He made over 53% of his shots and knocked down 84% at the line. Chicago finished with 50 wins and 32 losses, locking up the third seed in the East. Jordan didn't just win MVP, he also won Defensive Player of the Year, making him the first player ever to take home both in the same season. He earned All-NBA First Team, All-Defensive First Team, and even won All-Star MVP. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird still played at a high level, but Jordan's all-around game and elite scoring separated him from the pack in one of the best seasons ever. 1989. Magic Johnson grabbed his second MVP after another ridiculous season leading the Lakers. He averaged 22.5 points while leading the entire league with 12.8 assists. He also pulled down 7.9 rebounds and swiped 1.8 steals every night. Magic stayed efficient, hitting over 50% from the field and leading the league at the free throw line with over 91%. The Lakers finished with 57 wins and 25 losses, landing the top seed in the West again. He kept the offense running smoothly, stayed unselfish, and still managed to score when it mattered. Magic's leadership helped the Lakers remain dominant through the late 80s, and his performance landed him back on the All-NBA First Team. This was his second MVP award, and he made it clear he was still in control of the league with his steady pace, elite passing, and unmatched ability to take over games. 1990. Magic Johnson secured his third MVP by leading the Lakers to the best record in the league with 63 wins and 19 losses. He put up 22.3 points, dished out 11.5 assists, and grabbed 6.6 rebounds every game. He also averaged 1.7 steals, shot 48% from the field, and made nearly 90% of his free throws. Magic even hit almost 39% from deep, showing off a much improved jumper. He picked up 27 first-place votes and ended up with 636 total points. Charles Barkley finished second in voting with 38 first-place votes, and Michael Jordan came in third after leading the league in scoring again. Magic's consistency, leadership, and all-around play kept the Lakers at the top of the West, and he earned another All-NBA first-team selection while becoming one of just a few players to win 3 MVP awards. 1991, Michael Jordan grabbed his second MVP and finally took the Bulls to the top. He led the league in scoring with 31.5 points per game, while also adding 6 rebounds and 5.5 assists. He shot nearly 54% from the field, over 85% from the line, and racked up 2.7 steals every night. Chicago finished with 61 wins and 21 losses, locking up the best record in the East. Jordan's season didn't stop there. He won Finals MVP after leading the Bulls to their first championship. taking down the Lakers. In the finals, he averaged 31.2 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 11.4 assists. He also earned All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team honors. He became the only player ever to win all of those awards in the same season, and this run officially kicked off the Bulls dynasty. 1992, Michael Jordan made it back-to-back MVPs and led Chicago to the best record in the league with 67 wins and 15 losses. He topped the NBA in scoring again with 30.1 points a game, while also grabbing 6.4 rebounds and handing out 6.1 assists. He added 2.3 steals and shot just under 52% from the field. He stayed sharp at the line too, hitting over 83%. Jordan beat out Clyde Drexler and David Robinson in the voting and went on to dominate the playoff. He won Finals MVP for the second year in a row after leading the Bulls to another title, this time beating Portland 4-2. He also earned spots on both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team. This season made him the first player ever to lead the league in scoring and win a title more than once. 1993, Charles Barkley lit up the league and won his first MVP after carrying the Suns to the best record in the NBA at 62 wins and 20 losses. He averaged 25.6 points, grabbed 12.2 rebounds, and dished out 5.1 assists a game. He hit over 52% of his shots and made nearly 78% from the free throw line. On defense, he averaged 1.6 steals and blocked 1 shot per game. Barkley was selected to the All-NBA First Team and made his 7th straight All-Star appearance. He outperformed every other player that year and brought Phoenix back to the finals for the first time since 1976. Barkley also became just the 3rd player in league history to win MVP right after being traded. His toughness, energy, and leadership pushed the Suns into championship contention and defined one of his most iconic seasons ever. 1994, Hakeem took over the league and won his first MVP while leading Houston to 58 wins and 24 losses. He averaged 27.3 points, grabbed 11.9 rebounds, and blocked 3.7 shots every game. He also chipped in 3.6 assists and shot nearly 53% from the field. Hakeem beat out David Robinson and Scottie Pippen in the voting and became the first foreign-born player ever to win MVP. He didn't stop there. He also won Defensive Player of the Year, becoming the first player to win both in the same season. In the finals, he led the Rockets past the Knicks in a 7-game battle and earned Finals MVP. He was named to both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team too. His all-around dominance on both ends helped bring Houston its first championship and secured his spot among the game's greatest big men. 1995. David Robinson finally got his MVP after a dominant season leading the Spurs to 62 wins and 20 losses, the best record in the league. He averaged 27.6 points, 10.8 rebounds, and nearly 3 assists per game. He shot over 53% from the field and made over 77% of his free throws. Robinson also locked in on defense, averaging 1.7 steals and 3.2 blocks every night. He earned spots on both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team. Robinson became the first player in Spurs history to win the MVP and ranked 2nd in scoring, while finishing 3rd in blocks. His all-around production, consistency, and presence on both ends made him the clear choice that season. His leadership turned San Antonio into a powerhouse and proved he could dominate the league in scoring, rebounding, and protecting the rim all at once. 1996. Michael Jordan stormed back and won his 4th MVP, while leading the Bulls to a record-breaking 72 wins and just 10 losses. He led the league in scoring again with 30.4 points a night, pulled down 6.6 rebounds, and handed out 4.3 assists. He shot nearly 50% from the field, over 42% from deep, and stayed steady at the line with more than 83%. Jordan added 2.2 steals and half a block per game on the defense end. He didn't just win MVP, he also earned All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, and helped the Bulls win their 4th title by taking down Seattle. He made both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team once again. This season proved Jordan hadn't lost a step after returning from retirement, and his leadership powered one of the most dominant seasons in league history. 1997. Karl Malone took home his first MVP after leading the Jazz to 64 wins and 18 losses, their best season ever. He averaged 27.4 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, while shooting 55% from the field. He also added 1.4 steals and over half a block every game. Malone beat out Michael Jordan and Grant Hill in the MVP voting and backed it up by making both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team. He stayed reliable at the line too, hitting over 75% of his free throws. His leadership pushed Utah to the top of the West and helped them reach the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. Malone's consistency and impact on both ends made him the centerpiece of a team that finally broke through, and this MVP season became one of the most memorable in Jazz history. 1998. Michael Jordan closed out his Bulls career with his 5th MVP after leading the team to 62 wins and 20 losses. He led the league in scoring again with 28.7 points a game, added 5.8 rebounds, and chipped in 3.5 assists. He shot nearly 47% from the field and stayed consistent on defense with 1.7 steals and half a block per night. Jordan held off Karl Malone and Shaquille O'Neal in the voting and once again landed on both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team. He also won All-Star MVP and capped the year off by winning his 6th championship, earning another Finals MVP after beating Utah 4-2. His scoring, leadership, and defensive effort didn't slow down at all, and this run officially ended one of the greatest dynasties in league history, with Jordan still sitting on top. 1999. Karl Malone picked up his 2nd MVP after leading the Jazz through a wild, lockout-shortened season that lasted just 50 games. He averaged 23.8 points, grabbed 9.4 rebounds, and handed out 4.1 assists per game. He stayed efficient, shooting nearly 50% from the field and almost 79% from the line. Malone also added 1.3 steals and just over half a block on the defense end. Utah finished with 37 wins and 13 losses, tied for the league's best record with San Antonio. At 35 years old, Malone became one of the oldest MVPs ever, but he didn't slow down. He landed on the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team again, proving he could still dominate on both ends. His veteran leadership and consistent production helped steady the Jazz through a strange season and locked in another spot in MVP history. 2000, Shaquille O'Neal dominated the entire league and won his first MVP after leading the Lakers to 67 wins and 15 losses, the best record that season. He averaged 29.7 points, 13.6 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists every game. He shot an incredible 57% from the field, swatted 3 shots per night, and anchored the Lakers on both ends. Shaq received 120 out of 121 first-place votes, just one short of being unanimous. Kevin Garnett finished 2nd, and Alonzo Mourning landed 3rd. Shaq added All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive Second Team honors, and then bulldozed through the playoffs. He led the Lakers to a title over Indiana and earned Finals MVP. His size, strength, and skill created one of the most unstoppable seasons ever by a center. This year kicked off the Lakers' run of dominance and cemented Shaq's legacy as an all-time great. 2001. Allen Iverson lit up the league and earned his first MVP after leading the Sixers to 56 wins and 26 losses, the best record in the East. He led the league in scoring with 31.1 points per game, added 4.6 assists, and grabbed 3.8 rebounds. He shot 42% from the field and made over 81% of his free throws. On defense, he was relentless, leading the league with 2.5 steals a night. Iverson received 93 out of 124 first-place votes and beat out Tim Duncan and Shaquille O'Neal in the race. He also grabbed All-Star MVP and made the All-NBA First Team. In the playoffs, Iverson carried the Sixers to their first finals since 1983 and averaged almost 33 points throughout the run. His fearless style and impact made this one of the most iconic MVP seasons ever. 2002, Tim Duncan locked in his first MVP after carrying the Spurs to 58 wins and 24 losses. Good for 2nd in the West, he averaged 25.5 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 3.7 assists a game while playing all 82 games and logging over 40 minutes per night. He shot over 50% from the field and nearly 80% at the line. Duncan also protected the paint with 2.5 blocks and chipped in nearly 1 steal per game on defense. He beat out Jason Kidd, who finished 2nd, and Shaquille O'Neal, who came in 3rd. Duncan earned spots on both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team. His consistent production on both ends of the floor and ability to dominate without flash made this season one of the most complete MVP campaigns ever. His leadership and reliability turned San Antonio into a serious title threat. 2003, Tim Duncan repeated as MVP after leading the Spurs to 60 wins and 22 losses, the best record in the West. He averaged 23.3 points, 12.9 rebounds, and nearly 4 assists a game while shooting over 51% from the field. Duncan anchored the defense too, adding 2.9 blocks and nearly 1 steal per night. He beat out the rest of the league once again and secured spots on both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team. In the playoffs, Duncan dominated all the way through, leading San Antonio to a title and grabbing Finals MVP. In the series against New Jersey, he averaged 24.2 points, 17 rebounds, and over 5 assists. He became the first player since Michael Jordan to win back-to-back MVPs and joined an elite group to win both MVP and Finals MVP in the same year. His all-around impact was undeniable. 2004, Kevin Garnett finally grabbed his first MVP after a monster season that pushed the Timberwolves to 58 wins and 24 losses, the best record in franchise history. He averaged 24.2 points, led the league with 13.9 rebounds, and added 5 assists per game. Garnett also contributed 1.5 steals and 2.2 blocks each night, showing off his impact on defense. He shot nearly 50% from the field and hit just over 79% from the free throw line. Garnett received 120 out of 121 first-place votes, beating out Tim Duncan and Jermaine O'Neal. He earned spots on the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team, and also took home All-Star MVP. His versatility was on full display. He led his team in every major category and carried Minnesota to the top of the West with one of the most dominant all-around seasons ever. 2005, Steve Nash changed everything for the Suns and won his first MVP after leading them to 62 wins and 20 losses, more than doubling their total from the year before. He averaged 15.5 points and led the entire league with 11.5 assists per game. Nash added 3.3 rebounds and shot over 50% from the field, over 43% from deep, and nearly 89% from the line. He beat out Shaquille O'Neal in the MVP race and became just the third point guard ever to win it. Nash earned a spot on the All-NBA First Team and led Phoenix to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 1993. The Suns averaged over 110 points per game, the most by any team in 10 years. His vision and pace totally transformed the offense and helped usher in a new era of fast, high-scoring basketball. 2006, Steve Nash backed up his breakout year by winning a second straight MVP after leading the Suns to 54 wins and 28 losses, good for second in the West. He put up a career-high 18.8 points while leading the league again with 10.5 assists. Nash also grabbed 4.2 rebounds and shot over 51% from the field, nearly 44% from deep, and a league-best 92% from the line. He finished ahead of LeBron James and Dirk Nowitzki in the MVP race and earned another All-NBA first-team selection. Even with key teammates missing time, Nash kept Phoenix rolling and took them back to the Western Conference Finals. His shooting numbers earned him another spot in the exclusive 50-40-90 club. His leadership, pace, and efficiency made him one of the most effective point guards the league had ever seen. And this season proved the first MVP was no fluke. 2007, Dirk Nowitzki put together a near-flawless regular season and won his first MVP after leading the Mavericks to 67 wins and 15 losses, the best record in franchise history. He averaged 24.6 points, grabbed 8.9 rebounds, and dished out 3.4 assists per game. Dirk shot over 50% from the field, over 41% from three, and over 90% from the line, joining the exclusive 50-40-90 club. He became the first European-born player to win the MVP and did it with elite efficiency and consistency. His scoring versatility powered Dallas to the top of the West, and he dominated in every key stat without ever forcing the game. The Mavs looked unstoppable all year, but despite the dominant run, they were upset in the first round by Golden State. Still, Dirk's regular season showed exactly why he was considered the league's most valuable player that year. 2008, Kobe Bryant finally secured his first MVP after leading the Lakers to 57 wins and 25 losses, the best record in the West. He averaged 28.3 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game, while also locking in on defense with 1.8 steals. He shot nearly 46% from the field, over 36% from deep, and 84% from the line. Kobe beat out Chris Paul and Kevin Garnett in the voting and earned spots on both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team. He was also a starter in the All-Star Game and became the youngest player ever to hit 20,000 career points during the season. His leadership and scoring carried a revamped Lakers squad to the top of the standings and back into serious title contention, finally earning him that long-awaited MVP trophy. 2009, LeBron James claimed his first MVP after leading the Cavaliers to a franchise-best 66 wins and 16 losses, the top record in the league. He averaged 28.4 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 7.2 assists per game, while shooting nearly 49% from the field. On defense, he added 1.7 steals and 1.1 blocks a night. LeBron knocked down over 34% from 3 and 78% from the line. He earned 109 out of 121 first-place votes, finishing ahead of Kobe Bryant and Wade. He was selected to both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team, while also making his 5th straight All-Star appearance. At just 24 years old, LeBron became the youngest MVP since 1979 and the first in Cavaliers history. His all-around dominance made this award completely undeniable. 2010, LeBron James went back-to-back, winning his second straight MVP after leading the Cavaliers to 61 wins and 21 losses, the best record in the league. He averaged 29.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, and a career-best 8.6 assists per game. He shot over 50% from the field and added 1 block per game on the defense end. LeBron finished ahead of Kevin Durant and Kobe Bryant in the voting, earning another spot on both the All-NBA First Team and the All-Defensive First Team. He was also voted a starter in the All-Star Game once again. That year, he became the first forward in league history to average more than 8 assists per game in a season. His ability to dominate in every category, control the game, and carry the Cavaliers to the top of the standings made his second MVP just as undeniable as the first. 2011, Derrick Rose made history by becoming the youngest MVP ever at just 22 years old, leading the Bulls to 62 wins and 20 losses, the best record in the league. He averaged 25 points, 7.7 assists, and 4.1 rebounds per game. He shot over 44% from the field, 33% from 3, and nearly 86% from the line. Rose also added 1 steal and just over half a block each night. He beat out LeBron James and Dwight Howard in the MVP race and earned a spot on the All-NBA First Team. He was also selected to his second straight All-Star Game. Rose became the first Bull to win MVP since Michael Jordan in 1998. His season was so impactful that it led to the Derrick Rose rule in the league's next contract agreement. His athleticism made this one of the most unforgettable MVP runs ever. 2012, LeBron James earned his third MVP after leading the Heat to 46 wins and 20 losses in a shortened season, locking up the second seed in the East. He averaged 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game, while also picking up 1.9 steals and nearly 1 block every night. He shot over 53% from the field, 36% from 3, and 77% at the line. LeBron finished ahead of Kevin Durant and Chris Paul in the voting and made both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team. He also started in the All-Star Game again. This season wasn't just about regular season success. He finally captured his first championship and added Finals MVP after Miami took down Oklahoma City 4-1. His dominance on both ends, efficiency, and leadership made this one of the most complete MVP campaigns ever. 2013, LeBron James dominated every part of the season and picked up his 4th MVP after leading Miami to 66 wins and 16 losses, the best record in the league. He averaged 26.8 points, 8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game. He shot an unbelievable 56.5% from the field, over 40% from 3, and 75% from the line. LeBron also added 1.7 steals and just under a block per night on the defense end. He received 120 out of 121 first-place votes, finishing ahead of Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. He made both the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Team again. The Heat rattled off 27 straight wins, the second longest streak in league history. LeBron then led Miami to back-to-back titles and earned another Finals MVP after outlasting the Spurs in 7 games. Every part of his game was locked in. 2014, Kevin Durant exploded for his first MVP after carrying the Thunder to 59 wins and 23 losses, locking in the second seed in the West. He led the league in scoring with 32 points per game, while also grabbing 7.4 rebounds and dishing out 5.5 assists. He added 1.3 steals and nearly 1 block a night, while shooting over 50% from the field, nearly 40% from three, and 87% at the line. Durant beat out LeBron James and Blake Griffin in the voting and earned a spot on the All-NBA First Team. He also started in the All-Star Game and grabbed his 4th scoring title in 5 years. He dropped 30 or more in 12 straight games during the season, the longest streak since Tracy McGrady. Durant's scoring, efficiency, and leadership locked in one of the most memorable MVP runs of the decade. 2015, Steph Curry transformed the league and took home his first MVP after leading the Warriors to 67 wins and 15 losses, the best record that season. He averaged 23.8 points, 7.7 assists, and 4.3 rebounds per game, while shooting nearly 49% from the field, over 44% from deep, and 91% from the line. He made 286 threes, breaking his own record and pushing the game further behind the arc. Curry earned 100 first-place votes, finishing ahead of James Harden and LeBron James. He was selected to the All-NBA First Team and led all players in All-Star voting. He even won the three-point contest that weekend. Golden State finished second in scoring and ran through the playoffs, beating Cleveland in the finals and grabbing their first title in 40 years. Curry's season marked a turning point in NBA history. 2016. Steph Curry put together one of the greatest seasons ever and became the first unanimous MVP in NBA history after leading the Warriors to a record-breaking 73 wins and 9 losses. He averaged a league-best 30.1 points with 5.4 rebounds, 6.7 assists, and a league-leading 2.1 steals per game. Curry shot over 50% from the field, 45% from three, and over 90% from the line, landing in the exclusive 50-40-90 club. He made 402 threes, demolishing his own record and changing the game in real time. He received all 131 first-place votes, finishing ahead of Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. Curry made the All-NBA First Team, was voted a starter in the All-Star Game, and led a team that completely rewrote what regular season dominance looked like. His efficiency, leadership, and impact on the game reached an all-time high that season. 2017, Russell Westbrook made history and won MVP after becoming just the second player ever to average a triple-double over an entire season. He led the league in scoring with 31.6 points per game, while adding 10.7 rebounds and 10.4 assists. He also set a new record with 42 triple-doubles, breaking Oscar Robertson's long-standing mark of 41. Westbrook shot over 42% from the field, 34% from three, and 84% from the line. He received 69 first-place votes and finished ahead of James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. He was selected to the All-NBA First Team and made his 6th straight All-Star game. Even though the Thunder finished with 47 wins and were knocked out in the first round, Westbrook's all-around dominance and relentless energy made this one of the most unforgettable MVP campaigns in league history. 2018, James Harden finally secured his first MVP after leading the Rockets to 65 wins and 17 losses, the best record in the league. He averaged a league-best 30.4 points per game, while also dishing out 8.8 assists and grabbing 5.4 rebounds. Harden added 1.8 steals and nearly 1 block a game, showing he brought something on defense too. He shot 44.9% from the field, 36% from deep, and 85.8% from the line. He received 86 first-place votes and finished ahead of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He earned a spot on the All-NBA First Team and started in the All-Star Game. He dropped 56 points in one game and became the first player to ever record a 60-point triple-double. His scoring, efficiency, and leadership made this one of the most dominant MVP campaigns in Rockets history. 2019. Giannis finally broke through and grabbed his first MVP after leading the Bucks to 60 wins and 22 losses, the best record in the league. He put up 27.7 points, 12.5 rebounds, and nearly 6 assists a night, while shooting an insane 57.8% from the field. Even without a reliable three, he still dominated every level. He added 1.5 blocks and 1.3 steals, proving his defense mattered just as much as his offense. He earned 941 points in MVP voting and beat out both James Harden and Paul George. Giannis made the All-NBA First Team, All-Defensive First Team, and was named an All-Star for the 3rd straight year. He also became the first Bucks player to win MVP since Kareem in 1974. His regular season dominance powered Milwaukee to the East Finals and made him the newest face of the league. 2020, Giannis ran it back and made history all over again. He averaged 29.5 points, 13.6 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, while shooting 55.3% from the field. He added a block and a steal per game, locking down both ends of the court. He led the Bucks to the league's best record at 56-17. And for the second straight season, he took home the MVP, beating out LeBron and Harden. But this time, Giannis also grabbed Defensive Player of the Year, becoming only the third player ever to win both in the same season. The other two, Michael Jordan and Hakeem. That's elite company. He was named to the All-NBA First Team, All-Defensive First Team, and started in the All-Star game once again. His all-around dominance cemented him as one of the most unstoppable forces the game's ever seen. 2021, Nikola Jokic made history, and he did it his way. He averaged 26.4 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 8.3 assists, while shooting 56.6% from the field and nearly 39% from deep. From no-look passes to clutch buckets, he dominated the game like a guard in a center's body. He played all 72 games during a compact season and led Denver to a 47-25 record, good for the third seed in the West. Jokic won MVP with 91 out of 101 first-place votes, beating out Joel Embiid and Steph Curry. He became the first center to win the award since Shaq in 2000, and the lowest drafted player ever, picked 41st in 2014. He made the All-NBA First Team, earned another All-Star nod, and kept Denver rolling through injuries. Jokic's 2021 campaign was one of the most unique and complete MVP seasons we've ever seen. 2022, Nikola Jokic dominated the NBA during the 2021 season, earning his second consecutive MVP award. He averaged 27.1 points per game, 13.8 rebounds, and 7.9 assists, showing he's not just a center, but an all-around superstar. He also grabbed 1.5 steals and almost 1 block per game. Jokic shot an impressive 58.3% from the field and nailed 81% from the free throw line. His Denver Nuggets finished with a 48-34 record, securing the 6th spot in the Western Conference. Jokic made history, becoming the first player to post 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists in a season. His versatility and dominance helped him lead the Nuggets while placing him among the NBA's elite. 2023, Joel Embiid had a monster season, winning his first MVP award. He averaged 33.1 points per game, leading the league in scoring. He also grabbed 10.2 rebounds per game and dished out 4.2 assists. His shooting efficiency was off the charts, with 54.8% from the field and 85.7% from the free throw line. Defensively, he averaged 1.7 blocks and 1 steal per game. Embiid led the Philadelphia 76ers to a 54-28 record, securing the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. His performance earned him a spot on the All-NBA First Team and his 6th All-Star appearance. Embiid made history as one of the few international players to win the MVP, further solidifying his place in the NBA's elite. 2024, Nikola Jokic had another incredible season, winning his 3rd MVP award. He averaged 26.4 points per game, 11.8 rebounds, and 8.3 assists, showing he's an all-around force. He shot 57.5% from the field and hit 38.3% from 3. Jokic also contributed defensively with 1.3 steals per game. His Denver Nuggets finished with an amazing 58-24 record, securing the top seed in the Western Conference. He earned a spot on the All-NBA First Team and was named a starter for the All-Star game. Jokic also recorded his 100th career triple-double, joining an elite group of players. His dominance in scoring, rebounding, and playmaking solidified his legacy as one of the best centers in NBA history. 2025, the MVP race is heating up with Shai and Nikola Jokic in a neck-and-neck battle. SGA is averaging 33 points per game, leading the league in scoring and carrying the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 62-12 record. He's also ranked top 3 in steals and has a clutch time scoring edge, leading the NBA in 4th quarter points with 8.1 per game. Jokic, on the other hand, has put up 29.1 points, 12.8 rebounds, and 10.3 assists per game, becoming the first player to ever rank top 5 in all 3 categories. His triple-doubles, 29, and efficiency, 65% true shooting, are out of this world. With the Nuggets at 47-28, Jokic's all-around dominance and stats may just earn him a 4th MVP, but Shai's top team success keeps the race tight.